Good morning. Welcome. I'm Alanda. This is me, unscripted, just me talking to you. So if you're looking for someone who does, jump cuts, all kinds of fancy editing, has an aesthetically pleasing life, everything is just perfect, long flowing hair, you should probably go because that's not me. It's, never will be. I don't think it ever was. But anyway, so I have some things to talk to you about. Now, first of all, I slept in my cushion curlers, whatever these are called. I've had them for years. This one's kind of falling out. Because one of the things I have found as I am working on figuring out this whole vintage hairdo type thing is I need to have some curl, and my hair is so straight. Oh, good gravy Marie, is my hair straight. And getting it to hold curl is extremely hard unless I have a perm, which my mom used to give me. My mom was the beautician. She went to cosmetology school, whatever. I mean, that's what I always called her. Is that what you hairstylist? I don't know. Anyway, so I had all kinds of things done to my hair as a kid, but the only time curl stayed was, if I used the stuff called, what was it called? Stiff stuff. That's it. I was going to say shift stuff. It's not shift stuff, stiff stuff. And that stuff was like, liquid cement. Your hair would not move. But with doing this vintage stuff, I'm like, okay, I need to curl. But I think I'm going to go probably to CVS or Walgreens. Yeah, Walgreens. Is there one near me? I'll probably go to the CVS. I think that's closer. We just recently moved. So, still getting my bearings. Not that we wanted to move. This whole channel kind of started because we were forced to move during this pandemic, which, that was not in our cards. We weren't like, oh, we're going to up and move. No. That was not our doing, but move we did. So I'm going to go and probably get some product because I haven't put product in my hair and I can't even tell you when. I haven't needed to because I've been wearing it straight. And, quite frankly, with everything that's been going on, I've just been throwing it up in a ponytail and just kind of going for my day, But now, since obviously this is going on much longer than, I remember back in March, talking to my husband and, we were thinking, oh yeah, surely by August it's restaurant weeks in Houston, which is entirely a different story. It's like, surely things will be back to normal. Not so much. So I'm going, what can I do? Well, one of the things I can do is figure out how to do some hairstyles because I'm just not comfortable going to a salon. I could, but I don't know. I just don't want to, it's that whole, there's going to be people around and not so interested. So anyway, today I'm going to talk to you about two things. Yesterday, I happened to see a video by Rich Lux, which I love Rich because he's a Houston boy and I'm a Houston girl. And so when I discovered that he was from Houston, I was like, oh, super cool. It was great to see someone with a large platform from my hometown. And I do enjoy his commentary and, he cracks me up. But the thing is, he is buddies with Mr. Jeffree Star. And so, he got the PR package from the latest palette release. I'm not going to say the word, because YouTube just seems not to like people saying it for whatever. I don't know. I'm just not saying it. And then yesterday, he did this, I can't remember exactly the name of his video, but it was basically a kind of a get ready with me video. And it was supposed to be kind of like a review and try on of the collection, which he shows you the big ass palette and then the mini palette. So I'm thinking, okay, you're going to be dipping into a number of these colors and doing a look. Now he was getting ready for a date. And I can understand that you may not want to totally glam up for a date, depending on where you're going in Houston. I can get that. You're not going to do the false eyelashes and everything the stuff that he does. However, if you're going to do a review of a new collection, a new palette, maybe here's an idea, Rich. Don't do it when you're getting ready for a date because I was expecting, and I bet other people were too, I was expecting, a full look. Use the actual eyeshadows. He used one eyeshadow in that 30 palette, the big palette, the matte palette, one eyeshadow. That's all I counted. And then he used one from the mini, right in the corner to get the little sparkly and everything. And I mean, and he looked good, but don't tell me that, oh, you're trying on and reviewing the palette when you're really not, I don't really feel like that could give anybody an idea of what these eyeshadows would look like or how to use them when you're basically not even using them, one shadow all over the lid and a little bit in the corner. And he referred to it as a plain Jane look. Like, I wouldn't even refer it to that. I mean, it looked like you had nothing on. So, and if I'm going to watch you try on makeup and review it, I expect to see a look, not like something that's so natural that I can't even tell, And there's nothing wrong with doing makeup looks where everything is very natural, but that's not what I was looking for with this. I was looking for, how are you going to use the shade range, what's in there, which is basically the same as ColourPop, which I showed yesterday. I mean, like, how are you going to use this to create a look, and how can people use this to create a look? Now, granted, I get it. There's plenty of other, neutral palettes out there. And, I just go back to, I think it's so silly to have a bazillion colors in a palette. I really do, because most of them people aren't going to use. You're going to go to your tried and true, the ones that work for you. But you're spending all this money to have, a bazillion different colors in one palette. I did that for the ColourPop one because I wanted to see what it was like to get, pay really not that much for it to be able to see what does this look like. And it's like, there's a lot of colors I'm not going to use, but there's some colors I will use, and whatever, doesn't really matter. Moving on. And I do have some ideas, and I think maybe I'll do a video. Let me know if you'd be interested in this, of what I think beauty gurus and should be doing now, what they should be focusing on, and what I would do if I was, and I'm not. I mean, please look. Do you see this all falling out, and the fact I have no makeup on or anything? Do you see it? Kind of a mess right now. But yesterday we got a new mattress, and we went to Gallery Furniture. That's a local Houston store. Great story about Mattress Mac. I mean, I'll always call him Mattress Mac. He used to literally dress up in a mattress, and I think that's where I went the very first time I ever bought furniture, was there. And this is back in the day when Gallery Furniture was literally intense, off of I-45 between Tidwell and Parker, 6006 I-45 between Tidwell and Parker. That was always like in the commercial. Anyway, so we went there yesterday, and now I have a new mattress because I've been having back pain. I probably have to go to the doctor for stuff, but I don't want to go to that. I mean, there's just so many reasons. I just don't want to be around people. Okay, so back to this whole thing. So I was really disappointed with Rich's look for his date, because I don't think it was appropriate to say it's going to be a review and try on when you two colors, and there's literally 39 colors within the collection of just the eyeshadows alone. And then he put on, one of the nude color lip things, whatever, and, one of the, and he already had this concealer. That's it, that's what you got. I guess you're making your buddy feel good that you're reviewing his collection, even though you're not really showing us anything. I mean, it was just really disappointing. And, and like I said, I love Rich. I think he's fun, I think he's a fun guy. I'd probably have a hoot of a time if, hanging out with him. But I just wasn't impressed with the look. Get ready for your date. Don't do it on camera, and don't try on this palette telling us that you're trying it on and reviewing when you're really not. It just seems very not, I mean, I don't know, just didn't do it for me. Okay, moving on. Now, the other day, coffee time, James Charles did a video with Jojo Siwa. I never know how to say her last name. Anyway, she used to be on Dance Moms. I loved Dance Moms. Now, growing up, I danced, most little girls take dance. I did all the classical training. I even competed in Scottish dancing. I mean, I love watching dance. And so it was really great watching these, girls learn these routines so quickly. And they were so complex. And Abby Lee, I mean, oh my gosh, she was just this powerhouse and just like, oh, she seemed so mean, but yet they loved her. So I remember when JoJo came on to Dance Moms, and, Abby was never terribly kind to JoJo. She was really kind of picking on her, but JoJo seemed to take it pretty well. But JoJo has really built this enormous brand now, post Dance Moms and everything. And she's become just this powerhouse, but her audience, they're like elementary age kids, we're talking super young. And so I just thought it was really weird for James Charles to do this makeover on JoJo, which, by the way, she looked like old time Hollywood glam. She looked stunning at the end of all of that. Absolutely stunning. But I just thought, why are you doing this with someone who that their audience is so young? Because James Charles, he gets himself into drama, I mean, he gets called out on different things, and it's a lot of stuff that I don't think kids that are in elementary school that they should see. And you know what? They're going to watch this because their favorite person, JoJo, is in the video. So now they're going to be introduced to James Charles. You see the problem there? It makes me concerned. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't like it. I just think it's an odd choice. Now, JoJo, I mean, she is just as cute as a bug in a rug. She's adorable, and she is so mature, I think, for her age. And, she has this enormous empire. And I do think that there's going to be a time when she will reach a particular age, and maybe she'll do more of a look like what, James Charles did for her, because she looked like a completely different person, completely different. There wasn't the big bow and all the sparkle. And I mean, it's great that you're all into that and everything. And I can appreciate some sparkle and glitter on everything. That's fabulous. That's your brand. Go for it. But there's going to be a time when I think that will tone down, as she matures, as she ages out of that. And, I mean, are you going to always want to have kids in elementary school be your audience? I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. I mean, I know that she brings a lot of happiness to, kids and everything, which I think is fabulous. But at some point, I think she will, just age out of doing all of that. But I think she'll still be a bucket of fun. And I think she'll still be doing all kinds of things and continuing to dance. Just, who knows where she'll be in like 10 years from now. I mean, I'm sure she'll be rolling in the money still. I'm not worried about her at all. She seems to really be able to, figure out what to do. And, her mom, I'm sure, is behind all of that. And, I think her mom has made some good choices for her. So, thumbs up for JoJo. But I do find it just so odd that James Charles was, what was it, the Hype House with all these TikTokers and, not wearing a mask or any of that. And it's like, that's problematic. So now are these 7-year-old kids, are they going to see that? And here kids are supposed to be going back to school, but we're having all kinds of problems with, schools opening. Big shocker. I mean, I am just floored by all that. Now, if you don't know this, I am a former classroom teacher. I've taught 3-year-olds all the way up to college, even, adults in like corporate setting and stuff. My background is in instructional design, which means design and development of training. So I've been doing that for a bazillion years. But, I think about, if I were a classroom teacher, would I want to go into the classroom right now? No, I wouldn't. I mean, not at all. No, too many people, too much going on. I'm not going to be able to trust that every kid is going to keep their mask on, because there's going to be that asshole kid that will take it off and like cough on. It's just, to me, it's just, and we're seeing it right now, whether it's colleges or high schools or whatever. I mean, people are getting sick. Oh, are you surprised? I mean, are you surprised? I mean, come on, really? Really? Not shocked at all. But my point is that James Charles now is going to slither into, you know, these young kids. They're going to be seeing his stuff. Are they going to see things from him, like not wearing a mask, like at the Hype House, or doing something going out when, you know, when you have that size of an audience, because he has something like 21 million subscribers, like on all social media platforms, I think that you have some responsibility to what you're putting, because you're being looked up to. I think you need to do something in the right way so that you send the right message, because you know what? Your voice could be very strong and could help a lot of people behave in a way that's going to help the rest of the world, you know, like mask up, avoiding crowds, instead of showing yourself going into crowds, no mask, or your mask falling down, and all of that nonsense. I don't want these younger kids to see this and see someone older and think, oh, it's okay to do this because he's doing it. You see what I mean? So I'm concerned that he, you know, chose to do this makeover over with JoJo right now, which apparently, and he did show us the receipts. He had contacted her like 2 years ago, and she like didn't want to do it then. And, you know, I could understand an appreciation. She was what, 15? You know, she's pretty much a kid herself. She's still a kid, you know? I mean, to me, he's a kid too. They're both kids. But I think his choices are sometimes questionable, you know? I'm not really sure. This whole hanging out with the TikTok people and now with JoJo, I mean, you're going to attract even a younger audience. Is that who you really want to, you know, pander to? Are these younger people? And if so, why? I mean, you're coming of age, so to speak. So it just feels weird to me, you know. It kind of feels a little bit creepy to me. And I'm not saying that James Charles is creepy or anything. I'm saying I feel creepy that someone is his age and with what I know of his background is getting together with people who have younger audiences. I just find it just makes me uncomfortable. And I mean, you can have a different opinion. You can tell me to get bent. I don't really care. I'm just letting you know what I'm thinking. It just makes me go, And it's something that I'm just going to keep watching and just kind of wondering about, because I mean, I think about myself when I was his age. Would I want to have had it? Let's just pretend that, you know, I had an audience, because I didn't. But if I did, I wouldn't have gone for, you know, elementary age kids. Just wouldn't have. I mean, that just seems so odd. Just seems so odd to me. I don't know. Well, I guess I'm going to, you know what? Let's take this down, see what these curls look like. I don't know. See, that one just really didn't do much of anything. And granted, like I said, I did sleep in them and everything. So we did, okay, that one did, you know. Because I was looking at some different little do's, and I'm trying to figure out how to do a good victory roll, and I have not been able to manage that. I'm probably today is not going to be the day, because I need to have product in my hair, I think, especially when I start teasing it and then smoothing things out and all of that whatnot. But you can see, look, this does give me a lot of curl, but I can guarantee you, I could walk out of the patio door, which is right over here, and within 10 minutes, all the curl would be like gone, because my hair is so straight and it's just not going to hold. Okay, that's getting all tangled up. But I just wanted you to see what kind of curl you get if, you know, you put these in. Now, like I said, I did sleep in them. You may not want to do this, but it's really not uncomfortable. I'll tell you that. To me, it's a lot more comfortable than foam rollers, because I don't have foam rollers anymore. I used to have them. I used to sleep in them all the time and then use that stiff stuff. Okay, yeah, I've gotten some decent curl. But see, there's a lot of part of it that, you know, didn't curl either, because these are so little. You know, I mean, my hair's not super long, but, you know, you can see it's just not all the way up to the roots in terms of the curl. But I think it will give me something. Now, unfortunately, I'm not one of those people. I haven't been able to figure it out how some people, you know, they can go a couple of days without washing their hair. Well, if I do that, I swear it's like an oil slick. So I don't want to do that. Is that the last one? Here's the last one. Okay. So, all right. So that's, oh my gosh, okay, this looks crazy, but you know, this is not how I'm going to wear my hair. I mean, this is all to be able to then style it, okay? So I don't think I'm going to be walking around like this because I'm not. This is just to give me the little bit of curls. Okay, you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do with my hair today. I might try another victory roll, see if I can get it to do that. I don't know. Have a fabulous day. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I will see you next time. Remember, you are beautiful, and I love you.